My dear child, you flinched a little when you heard those words, didn't you, dear heart? Because you've been afraid that I'm tired of you, afraid that one more mistake was the final one, afraid that the heaviness you carry has become too much, even for me. You've been sitting with shame, fatigue, and that quiet dread that says, maybe I've used up all the mercy. Beloved, you have been replaying the recent moments, what you did, what you promised you wouldn't do again, what you tried to fix but couldn't. And you've been thinking, I always come back needing comfort. I keep repeating the same patterns. I'm disappointing everyone, even God. Precious one, come closer to my tone. Not because I have a lecture, because you have misunderstood what I mean. When I say I'm done, my child, I am not saying I'm done loving you. I am not saying I'm done listening. I am not saying I'm done staying near your life. Dear heart, I am saying something else. I am saying I'm done watching you punish yourself for being human. I am saying I'm done letting shame speak louder than truth. I am saying I'm done allowing what harms you to keep calling itself normal. Loved one, you have lived under an inner whip. Even when no one else was scolding you, you kept scolding yourself. Even when you tried to pray, you came already condemned. Even when you did something good, you found a way to minimize it. Even when you wanted to rest, you called it laziness. You have been fighting hard, but you've been fighting yourself too. Sweet soul, I am not finished with you. I am finished with the lie that you must bleed to earn tenderness. I am finished with the cycle where you fall, then hide, then try to work your way back through fear. I am finished with the voice that tells you you are only loved when you are impressive. My child, you have confused correction with rejection. You have confused conviction with contempt. You have confused silence with abandonment. And you have confused your own disappointment in yourself with my heart toward you. So I am speaking plainly, with gentle authority, because you need clarity. Beloved, I have never been looking at you with disgust. I have never held your weakness like a weapon. I have never waited for you to fail so I could step away. What I have been doing all along is calling you out of what is destroying your peace. Precious one, there is a difference between a father who is done with a child and a father who is done with the thing that keeps wounding that child. You are not the thing I am against. You are the one I am protecting. Dear heart, you have been scared to come close because you thought closeness would mean exposure, that I would point out every flaw, that you would feel small, that you would have to explain yourself until you sounded worthy again. But you do not have to audition to be held. You do not have to edit your story to be welcomed. You do not have to be perfectly steady to be safe with me. Loved one, the truth is, you've been carrying too much alone. Not in the sense that no one is around you, but in the deeper sense that your inner world has not felt truly accompanied. You've been doing the motions of life while feeling privately stranded. And that lonely strain has made you vulnerable to old patterns, to quick relief, to numbness, to choices that feel soothing for an hour and heavy for a week. Sweet soul, I understand. I understand the pull to take the edge off. I understand the temptation to stop feeling for just a moment. I understand how fatigue can make you bargain. Just this once, just tonight, just to get through. And then morning comes, and shame tries to crown itself king. My child, I am done with shame being your shepherd. Shame has never led you into wholeness. It only herds you into hiding. It tells you you must withdraw until you can become someone else. But hiding does not heal you. It only makes the wound grow quieter and deeper. Beloved, the strongest change in your life will not come from harsher self-talk. It will come from honest nearness, from bringing what is true into the light of love without being crushed by it, from learning to say, "This is where I am," and staying present long enough to be helped. Precious one, you have thought you needed more willpower, but what you have needed is steadier care. Not only discipline, not only resolve. Care, because you can only white-knuckle for so long before your heart collapses from the strain. And I do not want you living in collapse and rebuild cycles. I want you living in a gentler strength. Dear heart, I am done with you calling yourself hopeless because healing is taking time. I am done with you assuming that struggle means you are failing. I am done with you measuring your worth by your best days only. There is something in you that has remained, even with your setbacks, even with your doubts, even with your fatigue. A small, stubborn desire to be whole, a longing to be clean inside, a wish to stop repeating what hurts you. That longing is not weakness. It is life still reaching. Loved one, you may not feel proud of yourself, but I want you to recognize what you have already done. You came back. You listened again. You did not completely give yourself to numbness. You did not become cruel. You did not lose all tenderness. You are still here, still wanting truth, still wanting peace. That matters, my child. Here is the hard part you've been afraid to admit. Some of what you call failing has really been you trying to meet a deep need in a way that cannot satisfy it. You are hungry for comfort, for safety, for being wanted, for rest, for relief, and the wrong things offer fast substitutes. They act like helpers, but they are thieves. They borrow your peace, then charge you with shame. They quiet you briefly, then leave you emptier. They promise control, then tighten their grip. Beloved, I am done letting the thief keep access to your heart. That does not mean you will never feel tempted. It means you will not be left without help, without truth, without strength that comes from love instead of panic. Precious one, there are choices ahead that will feel small, almost unimpressive. A pause, a boundary, a message you don't send, a conversation you finally have, comfort you seek that is clean. A moment where you admit, I need support, instead of trying to be invincible. These small choices are not minor. They are the building blocks of freedom. Dear heart, you have been afraid that you ruined everything, that you pushed me away, that you crossed a line. But love does not vanish because you are still learning. Love does not withdraw because you are still healing. Love does not keep a tally the way shame does. It stays close and it tells the truth without contempt. Loved one, I do not handle you roughly. I know the tender places. I know what you've survived. I know the ways you adapted just to make it through. I know the coping you learned when you did not have enough comfort. So I will not shame you for the strategies you used to survive the past, but I will lead you gently into a new way that does not keep hurting you. Sweet soul, listen to me here. Not with you, not with your heart, not with your future. I am not finished. I am not walking away. I am not closing the door on you, my child. I am closing the door on what has been consuming you. That is different. There is a firmness in my care because you are worth protecting. There is a steadiness in my voice because your healing matters. There is a no more I am speaking over what keeps dragging you back into the same ache. Not to punish you, to free you. Beloved, sometimes you have wondered why certain things kept getting exposed, why certain patterns kept getting uncomfortable, why the easy way stopped feeling easy. That was not me being cruel. That was me refusing to let you settle for what diminishes you. Comfort that destroys you is not comfort. Relief that empties you is not relief. A relationship that requires you to disappear is not love. A habit that numbs you but steals your peace is not rest. Precious one, I am done calling that fine. My dear one, you have carried the fear that if you really come close, you will hear disappointment. But what you will hear is something steadier. You will hear the truth that you are still wanted. You will hear the invitation to stop hiding. You will hear the reassurance that you are not beyond help. You will hear the calm insistence that your story is not over, and your heart is not ruined. Loved one, there is a kind of relief that comes when you realize you do not have to defend yourself here. You don't have to present a cleaned up version. You don't have to explain why you did what you did, as if I'm unfamiliar with pain. I understand pain. I understand fear. I understand the way loneliness can whisper. Take whatever comfort you can get. Sweet soul, bring me the real thing. Bring the craving. Bring the confusion. Bring the disappointment. Bring the fatigue. Bring the shame. And do not treat it like it belongs on your skin forever. It has been clinging to you, but it is not your identity. Beloved, your identity is not the one who keeps failing. It is not the one who can't change. It is not the one who disappoints God. You are mine, and because you are mine, I will not leave you to keep living under a weight you were never designed to carry. My child, there may be consequences in your life that still need time to settle. There may be relationships that need repair. There may be habits that require patience to untangle. There may be emotions that rise and fall. But consequences do not mean abandonment. Process does not mean rejection. Healing does not mean you are unloved until it is complete. Dear heart, I am not asking you to become perfect overnight. I am asking you to stop believing you have to do this alone. You have been trying to outwork your pain, to outthink it, to outrun it. But pain is not defeated by speed. It is softened by steady care, by truth, by safe connection, by time. Loved one, if you have been waiting for a moment when you finally feel worthy enough to come close, stop waiting. That moment will never come through self-punishment. Worthiness is not created by you suffering harder. It is recognized when you accept that you are already loved. Sweet soul, I know the thought that keeps whispering, yes, but I should know better. And perhaps you do, but knowing better and doing better are not the same thing when the nervous system is tired and the heart is wounded. So I will not reduce you to a mistake. I will not define you by a relapse. I will not hold your worst moment like a verdict. I will guide you as a whole person with a whole story toward wholeness. Beloved, some of the change you want will come as you learn to tolerate ordinary discomfort without escaping. Not heroic discomfort, ordinary discomfort. The feeling of saying no, the feeling of waiting, the feeling of being misunderstood, the feeling of sitting with emotion without immediately fixing it. Those feelings used to send you running, but you are learning to stay. And every time you stay, you grow stronger in a clean way. My child, you have been afraid that if you stop numbing, the pain will swallow you. But pain is not infinite. It feels infinite when you are alone with it. When it's unspoken, when it's hidden, when it is held in a safe place, it begins to move. It loosens. It changes shape. It becomes something you can carry without losing yourself. Dear heart, this is why I speak with gentle authority. Because you are precious. Because I refuse to treat your suffering as acceptable. Because I will not agree with the part of you that believes you deserve to be stuck. Beloved, I want to unclasp an old chain you've been dragging. The chain of I will always be this way. That chain has followed you through good intentions and bad days. It has whispered that change is for others, that freedom is for stronger people, that healing is for those who didn't mess up as much. That is a lie, and I am finished with that lie living near your heart. Precious one, you may still feel fragile. That is all right. Fragile does not mean doomed. Fragile means you need gentleness, you need structure, you need support, you need truth spoken softly again and again until it settles deeper than your shame. My dear one, you do not have to fear my firmness. It is not anger, it is protection. It is the same kind of firmness that would pull a child back from a road without shaming them for not seeing the danger. I am not condemning you. I am guarding you. Loved one, if you can do anything tonight, do this one simple thing. Stop arguing that you are unworthy of help. You do not have to feel confident. You do not have to feel spiritual. You do not have to feel clean. Just stop arguing with love's right to care for you. Sweet soul, there is relief in realizing that the sentence, "I'm done," is not the end of you. It is the end of a cruel chapter. The end of isolation, the end of shame ruling your voice. The end of you being targeted by what keeps trying to drain your life. and it is the beginning of steadier ground. My child, the next steps may be quiet, not dramatic, but quiet does not mean weak. Quiet is often how healing arrives when a heart has been exhausted by chaos. Quiet is how safety returns to the body. Quiet is how the mind stops spinning. Quiet is how you learn again that you can be held without being handled roughly. Dear heart, rest now from the thought that I'm leaving. I am not leaving. Rest from the fear that you've ruined your place. You haven't. Rest from the belief that you must punish yourself to become better. You do not heal through self-hatred. You heal through truth, through time, through love that stays steady. Beloved, I will keep speaking gently to the places in you that want to hide. I will keep strengthening the part of you that wants to be whole. I will keep guiding you toward what is clean and safe, not as a distant voice. As a present Father, patient enough to walk with you step by step. And tonight, as you settle into stillness, may your heart feel this softly and simply. I am not done with you. I am done with what harms you. Stay here a while. I will keep watch over your healing quietly until peace starts to feel like it belongs to you again. Amen. Beloved family, if this message spoke to your heart today and you feel led to support this ministry, the link is in the description and comment box. Your kindness helps us continue sharing God's word.